Chancellor's Log, July 7th, 1940. I'm starting to believe that the blockade of the British is simply not going to work. We've blockaded the British Isles for 3.5 years, and they show no sign of breaking down. In fact, their economy is growing. It means that potentially we have wasted 3.5 years of potential warfare against the Austro-Hungarians. We're keeping the Royal Navy from growing back into a behemoth, surely, but our plans to dominate Europe aren't moving much. The irony is that the British are actually growing richer rather than poorer. Because the Royal Navy is lacking ships, they don't have to pay sailors' wages, they don't have to run expensive upgrade programs on their ships, and they don't need to do any maintenance. We are making sure of that. Relative to several years ago, the British are in a better position, financially speaking. I have decided to extend the blockade for a few months more. If nothing changes, then I'm going to make peace with the British. The next step is to prepare for the final war against the Austro-Hungarians. We've had our quarrels over the years, and it's time to conclude those quarrels once and for all. I'm having plans drawn up for a battleship armed with 20-inch guns. These will be the biggest guns that have ever been mounted on a warship. Their firepower will be unmatched by any navy. While the ships will be under construction, our engineers will be working hard at further improving the 20-inch guns, so that the finished ships only need a brief refit to have their guns upgraded to the latest standard. All we need next is to send our ships and wait for the dawn. Hey guys, Stealth here. Quick notification before the actual video begins. There's some sort of weird stuttering going on in the game, in the gameplay, in the recording. I'm not sure what the hell that is. It's been there for the last 2 videos. This one, unfortunately, is no different. I recorded a whole slew of content, and I did not notice that this weird stuttering is in effect. I don't know what's causing it, I don't know how to fix it, so for now, we're just going to be stuck with it, and I know that really sucks, because it reduces the video quality content. I'm sorry, if you have any ideas what it could be, by all means, let me know. It could be the game, because nothing else in my PC has changed. So leave a comment down below if you think what could be causing this stuttering. Hey guys, Stealth here and welcome back to the Big Guns campaign on episode 46 now. The Austro-Hungarians clearly don't know what they want to be doing. They have sent me a fairly insulting communique, which I promptly discarded. And then they said, well, if you're going to be like that about it, we're going to go to war. So we're once again at war with the Austro-Hungarians. This has shifted relations with the British to -42. Oh no, whatever shall we do? We're already at war. I have potentially an alliance here between the Brits and the Austro-Hungarians, although they don't like each other that much. Somehow the French are still involved in this whole matchmaker thing, but overall I don't really care. The British have instead decided to launch another battleship? Right. Albemarle. Now this is the Aegir, the upgraded Aegir. Prince Regent class, 1940. She's doing 35 knots, 9 16-inch guns, which fire very quickly, against the 17.1s from the Albemarle class, the Illustrious. I fired up the game just now, and I thought, you know what, we're going to do a nice build episode. We're just going to do a nice build episode. No, said the game, because the moment that you click next month, boom, war. Let's see, are these guys shooting back yet? They are not. Okay, that's the kind of shooting fast I like. Aegir, let's go. 19% chance to hit, and at this angle, pretty good chance we're going to go right through the deck. They lost 145 crew, that's not my doing. Oh, they hit me. Oh, sorry, they spotted me, I hit them. That's 1100 damage, that's right through the deck. Funnel over pen, 4-deck over pen. These short barrels, 17-inch guns. That sounds like a pretty terrible idea. What's the range? Because apparently they have range. 20.9. Chance to hit 0.1? 0.2. Great new design. Yeah, no, keep this up. By all means, look at that. Destroyed main gun. The A turret is gone. If the battle goes like this, I only need to land 4 more salvos. And the ship is just gone. Look at that. 2 engines out, badly flooding. Accuracy's building up to almost 60%. Okay. Alright, fine. Oh, destroyed another main gun? Nah, it's the same one. You can still see the guns tracking me, especially the B turret. Partial pen, blocked. Still got all guns on target? Yeah, mostly. Partial pen, damage secondary tower, fire. Oh, this... I kind of feel sorry for this battleship. They did... Did they try to fire? At all? I'm not even sure anymore. Now, going to war this fast against the Austro-Hungarians is not quite what I was expecting. I was expecting to have a bit more time. Sadly not. So we're just going to have to send another group over to the Med in order to show the Austro-Hungarians that they have made a massive, colossal error in trying to engage me again. They're still fighting the Italians with absolutely no effect. So why the hell they're picking a fight with Germany is beyond me. I think it's just Austro-Hungarian delusions of grandeur. Apparently sinking 60 ships, what, 4 episodes ago was not enough. I think it's time for their, a bit of Anschluss. I think it's time for the Austro-Hungarians to just cease to exist. Oh, look at these cadets. They haven't fired, oh, they have fired a shot. They fired 2 shots. And that's about all the shooting that they will do. This $148 million warship, which probably just came off the shipyard, with a fresh crew of cadets who maybe just finished the Naval College, maybe not even that. It's gonna go down. The whole thing is gonna come crashing down. Standard bulkheads, cramped quarters, Krupp 3. 1743 guns. Yeah, they're shorter than usual. Goodbye. So, I think they're going to get some victory points because of the bug that says, hey, if the other ship is damaged, then you get victory points. Nah, not many. So we're fine. Still, it's a bit odd. It's a bit odd. I think Ager wasn't fully fixed yet, although I'm not exactly sure why. DD party. Okay, let's go. Heimdall and Preußen, not very useful. The other ones, very much useful. Because we're going to have to clean up these DDs pretty quick. We already spotted them. Courtesy of Heimdall's radar, I suppose. Out by 20 kilometers. And, well, of course the battleships with their accuracy at this range, not likely to actually get anything done. But at least I know where I'm supposed to be going. 42. The 29, the 41, the 17, and the 33 are going to go out and meet the enemy. 0.4% chance to hit. Yeah. Not really feeling it with that. I spotted the Heimdall. Maybe the York can get some work done if she's able to close the distance. Where are you guys going? 15 kilometers, I can shoot you at 16. Yeah, this is what I was worried about. They're gonna run. The torpedo range is pretty good, though. Can they already torpedo my battleship? Yes! They can. Now it's getting interesting. So you guys can torpedo the battleship, huh? In fact, they fucking have. Holy moly. Okay. The ship should be fine, the Heimdall anyway. I'm just not sure about her sister. Well, not strictly sister, but not platoon mate. I need to go on a bit and throw these diesels into reverse. Fuck, they also got my DD? Well, I'd rather have them torpedo a DD than a battleship. Just need to go a little bit past. Bloody hell. I didn't even see that torpedo? Heimdall detected some torpedoes. I'm not sure if I saw this one. If I did, apologies. I'm trying to push this ship through a turn. No, Preußen's also going to get hit. Damn it. Good day for the enemy DDs, apparently. 42, leave. All that they're doing is delaying the inevitable. But it does mean that I really want something fast. Fast light cruiser, fast battle cruiser that can intercept these fuckers. It's getting annoying. York, with a damaged rudder, starting to push in. Limited levels of accuracy. 0.2 here. Yeah, small size. Fast speed, maneuvering. Just really annoying to hit overall. At least Heimdall wasn't hit with her 18.9s. That's a nice amount of damage right there. Surprisingly, full overpen for a How? What? Where did this come from? There's 2 destroyers. They're up ahead. This thing must have been launched last week. And is running off of sheer determination. No. More likely, it changed course fairly drastically. And because of that, it is now all the way over here, trying to engage a destroyer group where it has absolutely no business being. But it damn near hit the York. What the hell? York, start changing direction. Still cruising between the DDs. What the shit am I looking at? British are pulling some weird torpedo shit here. This is a new class. 3,000 ton destroyer. Single 4.1s? Yeah. If I didn't know any better, I'd say this is a ship class that's designed to exactly kill my capital ships. Do precisely that. And while they're not killing the capital ships, they're definitely making their life a lot more complicated. They're definitely hitting. You have Sonar 1. Your Star-class battlecruiser. Perhaps I need to do a quick refit on those, because I cannot have stuff like this happening. Nonsuch. Where are you going? 30 knots. Fire. Destroyed torpedo launcher. Destroyed another torpedo launcher. I think you got only 3 left. Like 1 launcher. Speed 28.3. Yeah, this is inevitable. There you go. Last torpedo launcher dead. So now you're just a really fat and fast gunboat. With a lot of 1.4s and one effective 4.1 inch gun. Interesting, but not very useful. As torpedo boats, these things are fucking lethal. As anything else, not so much. But I suspect they got a lot of victory points for that, because they managed to damage my battleship. Yeah. Fortunately, the damage wasn't catastrophic. I do suspect I'll be taking this thing back into dock for another 2 months or so. Come on, game, tell me what the damage is. Light, 2 months, 2 months, 1 month. Ugh. Sadly, I was not able to catch that DD. So, we're going to need to build something fast to intercept. Money is no object. We're just going to build something that's really, really fast to intercept all these crazy fast destroyers. Ugh, fine. Fleet, add crew. Who is in trouble with the crew? Low crew. Max that out. Low crew. Max that out. Max this out. Perfect. Okay, first things first. Refit the stars. Because the stars apparently are not fast enough at detecting torpedoes. So let's update those and make sure that they can actually do that. Because this is turning into a bit of a threat. The way that these guys are able to torpedo me. So this is the 1940s version of the star. We're going to give you sonar 2. We're going to give you the autoloaders. Very surprised I haven't actually done this. 14 knots. Whoa. Okay, so 39 knots is the magical drop-off, because if you go to 40 knots, you're instantly looking at 6,000 tons more displacement. That's a lot. We're not doing that. As for the rest, I suppose better turning would be nice to have. It's just that I don't really know how to accomplish such a feat. 643, 634. It's not a lot. Fine. We'll keep it as is. I just want to get that better sonar array and the better autoloaders. Now then, we're going to need something fast. How about a light cruiser? A light cruiser capable of intercepting DDs. Because I think that is currently the biggest frustration. They don't get caught. My fastest destroyer is doing 35 knots. My fast battlecruiser is doing 39. Let's see what would make sense. A destroyer leader. Hull from 88, 84, 65. This is definitely the most likely way to go. And we're going to go with minimum beam. That makes you a lot more speedy usually. What's the magic cutoff? What? Look at the price. 11 million? 25 million. Gas turbines, 49 million. If I want to go 45 knots, which I can, this thing is going to be very pricey. Very, very pricey. And when I say that, for comparison, let's pull up the Stettin. 20 million. This is without gear. If you look at the Siegfried, it's 600 million. If you look at the previous generation of destroyers, that's the V16 builds, 21 million, 14, 18 million. So this thing, we're not going to have a lot of these, let me put it that way. I'm going to submit these for review, as it were. Whoa, 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 that's a bit much. And I'm going to have also a, what you call it, a light cruiser build. And I want to see if I can make something feasible. Now, we are hunting wabbits, so make sure you have the guns on the bow. How about fast-firing 4.9s? Fast-firing 4.9s. Dual barrel setup. Is it possible to park these side by side? If only you could have barbettes side by side. No, sadly not. This is why you cannot have nice things. Okay, use that. Engine efficiency is 0. Jeez, this is essentially a floating engine. It's not anything else but that. 70% engine efficiency. Ship's costing me 104 million. Give me the best sonar. Give me the best reload. I know you want a torpedo launcher, but I really don't care about torpedoes. Get a secondary tower, a large barbette tower. There, here, here. Now, make these longer. Currently they fire every 4.7 seconds out to a range of 12.8. If I give them another upgrade, we're looking at 6.9. Is that worth it? 2.2 seconds. If I'm chasing something, the answer is no. Okay, I'm gonna have electro-hydraulic turrets. That's good, that's good. As for the type of shell that we're firing, I'm thinking high-end HE. Like this. Capitalistic. 978 meters per second. Range 12.4. Reload 4.4 seconds, and that's not counting the crew. If I were to have the same design but smaller, that would cost me 89 million, so that's not really worth it. No, this is an option. This is an option. It's an expensive one at 113 million, but it's an option. This is the Z1 class for Zippy. Now, alternatively, we're going to go with something different, like a small-ish light cruiser. Light cruiser 5, hull form 95, hull form 115. 101. Hull form, in case you're not well informed. Hull form indicates how well a hull slides through the water. And a long, sleek hull has a high hull form, which means you need less engine power to project the ship or to propel the ship through the water at high speed. If I want to go 45 knots, you're paying 150 million. No, you're going to be paying 319 million. If you make that small, you're still paying 300 million? That's fairly insane. 42 knots. That's better. 43 knots. 44 knots. How about 41 knots? I think we're going to end up with a ship like this at a price tag. Yeah. We're not going to use any auxiliary engines on this boat. That's for sure. Keep balanced rudder. We're going to constantly be shifting around. We're definitely going to end up well above 200 million. Because I also want radar, I also want sonar, and coincidence rangefinders. And I'm going to need more funnels than this ship can carry. Yeah, this is the problem with the light cruiser hull. This is the problem. It cannot fit enough funnels. I only can get about 30% engine efficiency. If I were to try this with diesels, I would need a ship that's twice that size. Gas turbines are a bit better. Sorry, gear turbines, yet still don't fit on the ship. So this is not going to work. A modern heavy? A heavy cruiser is not designed to go nearly this quick. Let's say I want to get to 40 knots. And I want to do that with gas turbines. 214 million. Minimum beam? 116 million. Huh. Tell me more. Right. No, this is perfect. The main tower doesn't fit. Give me 8 minus 8%. Still doesn't fit. Minus 7. This is not helpful. Give me a break. Minus 6. Come on, we'll get there. I think we're gonna have to go to minus 4. Just skip the minus 5. Not even that? What? Ah, here we go. Modern Tower 5 does fit. Good lord. That's a challenge and a half. Secondary tower. I can use a targeting tower, which is really nice and light. Or I can use a massive rear tower. And considering that I'm going to be using a really fast boat, I'm probably going to have to do just that. 36% engine efficiency. That's still the problem. Still the problem. I could pull these out. Push this here. 56% engine efficiency. Still. And I don't see a way of improving that. I can reduce the draft, but that doesn't really do much. No. A heavy cruiser is not going to work. Okay. So we're going to need a couple of these Z1s, these zippies. Everything else doesn't really work. Oh, and I need to copy this, because this is a pretty shit design, I just imagine. Considering that I completely skipped over this section, which is rather important. Okay. No. We're not going to use an auxiliary engine. Electric, there. For weight offset is a bit of an issue. Maybe I could balance that out. It's not going to be easy. Also, they have surprisingly little armor. Just something I'm not a huge fan of. These things are glass cannons. Glass cannons doing 45 knots, but glass cannons nonetheless. Is this feasible? Go away. Perhaps. Perhaps this design is feasible. Get over here, C1. Push the turret back. Put this turret here. That there. Still a slight 4 weight offset, but not as bad as it once was. Let's go with more aft belt. Go with more 4 belt. Give me more superstructure armor. Definitely more conning tower armor. And please armor the... The 4-inch guns cannot be armored? Shit. That changes the whole deal. Because I need armor on my guns. I'm rather attached to having armor on my guns. Because the 5-inch can, the 4-inch cannot. Okay. No 4-inch for you. 5-inch. There. There. Here. Now the ship's way too heavy. Saves me 6 tons. Let's reduce superstructure a bit. No, I need to lose 100 tons. That is quite a lot. Not really sure where to do that, actually. Here? Yeah, that fixes it. Okay. Deck armor, probably not that much of an issue. Increase the 4 belt, increase the main belt, increase the aft belt. Yeah. Use the aft deck to counteract the weight offset. There. Z1. It's a $100 million destroyer. Because sometimes you just gotta go fast. To intercept these British boys. Wait. Did I now improve the turret rotation? I really hope I did, otherwise I'm going to have to go back to the drawing board, because I did remove all the guns. Yeah, autoloaders. Perfect. Okay, good. So we can use these, we can field these ships, and with that, hopefully catch anything. Destroyer, light cruiser, battle cruiser, doesn't matter. So delete this. And this is going to be expensive. I'll take 5. How long is that going to take? Let's make this Z2. If you don't know how to rename ships, just double click on the name. That's all you need to do. Zulu 4 and Zulu 5. 7 months. Mine's 51 million a month. Okay. Hold on. This got updated. The British have 3 ships? Okay. Fine. North Sea, I'm still projecting power here, check, and here. Now, the more interesting question is, what is happening over here? What are the Austro-Hungarians doing? Because they just declared war, and they have 115 ships. Their economy is booming. Let's reduce crew training a bit more, although it doesn't really matter. Are the battleships ready? Are they ready for round 2? Because we're going to need them. Poison and York. Heimdall is ready. That's something at least. I got Mecklenburg, Alto class. Got 2 battlecruisers. Got Braunschweig. Let's make sure everything is refit before we send them out. Sometimes a ship is undergoing repairs and just slightly unavailable. Refit the Comet. So they sort of miss a refit round. Yeah, like one of the Ottos. The Otto itself and Mecklenburg. I want to make sure the fleet is entirely up to date. What? The Loki is not refit? The Loki's in 1932, sure. She's supposed to have 19.9s. Oh, right. I'm going to refit the Loki again. Because I want the Loki to ditch those 11-inch guns. They're currently interfering with the accuracy of those main guns. The 19s. And I want to try and boost the efficacy of those guns. So I suppose that in the end you're still getting sort of a ship design episode. Refit. Scratch these. The rest is all 8s, right? Yep. 21 8.9 inches. Perfect. Okay. What do I need to do with these guns? What do I need to do with these guns? Wait, where are your main guns? Turrets. There you go. Okay. Autoloaders, check, check. 32 knots, yep, that's the updated Loki version. I want to stick the Loki with her biggest guns, but the 19s aren't great. The 20s aren't great either. The 19s, see, the 18s are Mark II, but I like the Loki with her 19s. They just do a lot of damage if they hit. If they pen. Let's update her to have semi-ballistics. Super heavies. That's going to mean that at about 15,000 meter range with semi-armor piercing-ish semi-ballistic AP shells, I can deal 44 inches of armor, and I don't have as high of a ricochet chance. So this thing, if it hits, should be able to deal a massive blow to the enemy. Now, I know that the Austro-Hungarians are very fond of having a lot of torpedoes. At least, that's what we've seen so far. Let's see if we can improve her torpedo protection. We can. Could we upgrade you to a gas turbine? Yes. It does make the ship cheaper, surprisingly, and drops her engine efficiency. Interesting that the gas turbine actually works that well. But this, I think, fixes faster. 175% engine repair. I suppose I cannot put more 8s on her. So we're going to have to go with something a bit smaller. 6? No. Probably 5s. Yeah. More 5-inch guns. She can also fit more 4-inch guns. Now I'm going to upgrade the 5s first. 5.9. 4.9. Shit. Okay, reduce the torpedo blister. It's going to be fine. Don't worry about it. 20% barrel length, 20% barrel length. We find more spots for these. Yes. There. No, you're going to interfere with the 8s. We're not doing that. 3. No. 2, then. Don't have spots for those? Curious. Okay, fine. We'll just have to roll without them. What we will do is bring a bit more forebelt armor. Bring a bit more aft belt armor. Bring a bit more superstructure armor. A bit more foredeck would be nice. Reduce aft slightly. She's such a big ship, this thing. Not as big as some of the others, but still really quite imposing. There. Okay. Loki, 1940 update. I hope it's not going to take forever. Because I would very much be interested in sending ships out to the Med. I would very much like to do that. So, Loki, if I refit you, please tell me it's going to be like 3 months or so. Please. Building, 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 refit, repairing. Loki. 14 months? Sweet Jesus. Okay. That's a long time. What guns are coming up? 13s. Okay, so I'm a bit of two minds. One, I can go with a battleship that has more firepower with smaller guns. Like, something that takes out smaller ships in a hurry. But I don't want to take away the glory from the next campaign. The alternative is 20-inch guns. The biggest guns in the game. Just the pinnacle of firepower. But the absolute worst when it comes to reload. Because these reload in 5 minutes right now. I don't want to go long barrel, because that makes them even worse. Now they reload in about 3 minutes. If you slug somebody with HE, it's going to do 5,000 damage. And that's not telling the whole story. You can't even put them up there. Okay. This is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. The ship's going to be pretty long to build. I'm willing to accept that. I'm not going to have her be very close to the battle. If I can help it at all. Unbalanced rudder. Electro-hydraulic steering. Aux. Yes. Triple? Double. She's not going to be that close to the battle anyway. Citadel. Anti-flood. Shit. What are you running? A diesel? I think I might have to make these some smaller guns, because right now, this is not great. And quad tech, as nice as it is to have 16 20-inch guns, generally tends to get you into trouble. Because the accuracy is just worse. If you compare this to a What? Wait. So... Oh, I'm trying to mount side guns. That's it. Center line, 20, quad. Center line, 20, dual. Here. These reload in 167 seconds. These reload in 201 seconds. Accuracy over, let's say, 15,000 meters is 1% versus 1.2%. So it's 20% more accurate. This thing just throws out more ammunition. Considering what else I want to put on this ship, I think dual barrels are better. For what this ship is going to be doing. And I might even be able to make them 20.9 inch. That will give them an even worse reload. It'll also give them even more damage. There. Reload, 192 seconds. So let's say about 3 minutes. Give or take. Let's give these all the long range bonuses. Sonar is nice to have. Superstructure, 2-inch. Now for the shells. What are we going to be firing? If you get hit by one of these and it's semi-armor piercing, it's going to cut right through the deck. Doesn't matter. Let's say 15,000 meter range, 31 inches of armor pen. If I pack these with super heavy shells, you're looking at 34. If I pack them with semi-ballistics, which is pretty fun, you can go through 43.5. That's going to leave a mark somewhere. If I go for... This is minus 55. These are pretty good fire starters, the nose fuse. These have almost no pen. but a lot of fire chance. These are a bit less, but you're getting more HE pen. So right now, at 15,000 meter range, I'm seeing 0.7. If I go with nose fuse, I'm seeing 6.7. So with that, you can seriously deal damage against pretty much whatever you're shooting at. And with HE, it might just instantly cease to exist. The question is, do I have any secondaries on this guy? Or not? Can we really only get to 60% engine efficiency? With gas, it must be worse. 35? 30... 86. Smoke? Not that bad. Balanced? Better. Okay. But your displacement's not that good. Diesels give me that extra. He also gives you absolutely no smoke interference. You know what? I can cut off some width of this ship. And that would make it a bit cheaper. Like a lot cheaper. Holy shit, that saves you an arm and a leg. Build time. 31 months. If I were to set normal beam, 32 months. So it saves me a month. That's interesting, because it adds a lot to the budget. What are we looking at for roll? Roll is 11.2. Stability, 118. If I go for maximum beam, that doesn't update. Crap. You get a huge target signature. Your roll is slightly less, but not so much that I think it is worth it. There. Now with that last 5,000 tons, I can either make it faster. Well, maybe both. I can make it faster and I can make sure that it has some secondaries. Like just a whole slew of 5s. So that if something does manage to somehow approach the firing range, they're going to be in for a really rough time. And then I can add 3s. I can add 2s. Okay, just for testing. If I add 20% barrel length, we're looking at 196 seconds current. 327 seconds. Yikes. 10%? No. I just want to fire these more often. The 5-inchers, however, are going to get more barrel length. For the reason that ideally the ship doesn't get any closer than 15 kilometers. And even that's pretty close. At 15 kilometers, I can now engage with these 5ers. The 3s, probably not, but they can still hit out to 10 kilometers. 394 million. It's not even the most expensive ship that I've built. This gives you more gun aiming speed, which is nice. How many long range bonuses do I have? Plus 50 or plus 60%. Don't care much about torpedo spotting. Base accuracy 47.6. If I go for... Doesn't matter. Oh, sorry, that's the towers. Here, accuracy. Long range accuracy plus 95. Plus 125, but less aiming speed. I think this is going to suit my ship better. That long range accuracy bonus. So this thing can snipe big targets from afar. And considering I'm sniping big targets, soft capped gives you more gun range, more pen, less fuse time, less chance to damage, more muzzle velocity. So at 20,000 meters range, I can pen 12 inches. And let's say 15,000, I can pen 18 inches. If you're going to go with this, you get a lot. I don't want to go with that entirely. Let's go nose fuse. There. Okay, 3,000 tons. Can we go 31 knots? Yes. Can we increase this to better battle chance? Yes. Can we upgrade the ship in any way, shape, or form that's going to be helpful to her performance? Not that. More superstructure armor then. There we go. That's the Odin. I'm not sure they're going to be in time for this war, because this war has just kicked off, and the construction of these ships is just about to begin. I don't think this war is going to run for 3 years. Probably not. Give me 3 of those. That's Odin, Brandenburg, and Westphalen. No. I don't really like those names. I'm going to rename these to... let's have a look. What other Norse mythology names would be good? I'm going to go with Vidar and Vale. That's supposedly another Norse mythology god. Okay, I'm probably looking at a very bad budget. Yeah. Right, considering the battleships are mostly in a state of refit or repair, I cannot really send them out that much against the Austro-Hungarians. I don't really care that much about this particular conflict. I know the Austro-Hungarians still have a very potent fleet out here. Well, several, in fact. Look at that. It's going to be on a massive battle. No battle cruisers, though. So you just need something that kills heavy cruisers and lights. How many battleships do you have? BC, BB, BC. 1 CA in dock, 1 BC in dock, 3 CLs. That's it, huh? So your whole fleet is comprised of small shit. Okay. I'm gonna need a couple more stars. I believe I'm building more stars, in fact. Yeah, I got 4 more of them coming out. Okay, we'll be fine then. Right. Plenty more war, plenty more episodes, lots more to come. I hope you joined me for that. Thank you for watching this one, and I'll see you soon for the next.